Hello and welcome back to the pool stage. So we're down by the pool here in Marbella. As you can see, the sunshine is great here. And if you were not able to join us, we hope you will in Prague in September. Now, this next session is a very special one. So I mentioned earlier, we're going to do some deep dives. We're going to have a look at India next. So this session with Om is about SEO, blogging and e-commerce affiliate marketing in India. Om, over to you.
Hola. Hello friends, my name is Om Toke. I've been a veteran blogger since 2005 and super excited to be speaking to all of you at this TES conference 2021. I got started as a blogger in 2005 and then evolved as a digital marketer, explored affiliate industry since 2013, then entered the e-commerce space in 2017. Now I'm building Bloggers World, the world's largest impact blogging network, and also STM2, which is Indian sibling of legendary STM4, the world's largest affiliate marketing forum. I have loads of experience in building blogs, driving traffic organically, and ranking tons and tons of keywords on first page of Google, running Facebook ads, a lot more. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, that's my little background. I've always been a keynote speaker at Indian affiliate conferences like IAC, IAS, the AWA Bangkok, AdWorld 2020, 2021, and I've been traveling the world. But of course, due to pandemic, now everything is happening online. I had to cancel my plans to come to Marbella, unfortunately, but here I am talking to you virtually. So what's the session for today? It's all about the Indian markets. If you are an affiliate marketer or an aspiring blogger or a dropshipper, you have a global store, you can start exploring the Indian markets. A lot of people get worried, oh my goodness, India, 1.4 billion people, but how do I enter this market? How do I find a partner? Is this for me? I have no idea about the Indian economy. Can I enter Indian markets? Well, good news is anybody can enter Indian markets. Of course, it's easier said than done. So let us look at why you should enter Indian market. What are the venues through which you can make money? So of course, there's a huge size of 400 million plus audience on Facebook. So if you're a dropshipper and you want to start running Facebook ads in India and start selling your product, it's an amazing opportunity. The Indian affiliate industry is still growing. There are very few networks which are super popular, such as Decommission, and then the size is humongous, right? And the opportunity is huge, but there are very few big players, so there is still room for more, and there's lots and lots of demand, not just Indian e-commerce, but also the same case with affiliate marketing and blogging and SEO. So not too many bloggers worldwide focus on the Indian market or Indian traffic. Of course, CPMs can be lower. For advertising, it's a good thing. For Google AdSense, it can be a little bad. So how do you get into Indian markets? The number one thing you can do is obviously start a blog and drive SEO traffic. Number two is affiliate marketing. You can run paid campaigns. And like I said, we are building STM2, which is the Indian sibling of STM Forum. So if you are new, you can also join that and get all the insights. We have basically brought all of the classic content of STM with the Indian flavor and guides on blogging, SEO, Indian e-commerce, and so much more, including even cryptocurrencies from today. Third is the Indian e-commerce, which we'll see in the latter half of this presentation. And then, of course, you can sell your consulting services or start a marketplace, but I won't be covering that because it will become too much to digest in one single presentation. So let's focus on blogging, SEO, affiliate marketing, and Indian e-commerce. For those of you who have never tried your hands at SEO, can be great. And if you compare that with media buying, basically when you do media buying, you need to pump in money daily, right? The moment you stop running your ads, everything stops. No more traffic, no more conversions, no more money. But the good thing is obviously it can start immediately. Whereas in case of SEO, it's going to take time. You'll need time and patience to rank a keyword organically and then drive traffic and then make money from that. Profitability can also be an issue in case of media buying because your campaigns won't be profitable from the first day. So you will actually be negative, bleeding money, and then eventually it becomes better. But then scaling in terms of Facebook traffic can be, you can't scale that much in SEO necessarily. If obviously the volume of your keyword is in millions, then yes, you can do that as well. But it's going to again take some time. Now, how do you make money from a blog? Of course, there's Google AdSense. You can do guest postings. I mean, you can sell sponsored posts on your blog. You can sell consulting services. You can sell text link or banner ads. You can also sell your own e-commerce products on your blog. You can sell ebooks, courses, webinars, and other digital products. And the biggest thing about a blog is that you can even flip a blog. So if you look at flipper.com or Empire Flippers, you will find lots and lots of listings. And the fun part is, let's say if you have a blog which is generating, let's say, only $1,000 a month, you can potentially flip it for $30,000-$40,000, like 30-40x of your monthly revenues, so long as you have a history of, let's say, 2 to 3 years. I've sold such blogs in past, and also in talks to sell another one in mid 6 figures, which has got around 45,000 articles. It's a 7-year-old DA74 Google News approved domain. So these have intrinsic values. So you can make money by even flipping. That's the beauty. To start a micro niche blog, I mean, there are many ways in which you can start a blog. You can start something brandable like omtoke.com, your own domain name.com, like whatever is your name.com blog, and then make it a brand, and it takes time, right? But what you can do quickly is start a micro niche blog. And what's a micro niche? Basically, you start from a broad topic such as cars, then narrow it down to, let's say, supercars, then narrow it down further, let's say Lambo. And then in that segment, you see what are the other things like SUV. So then you come up with, a combination of keywords, go to Google AdWord Planner, adwords.google.adword.google. You basically go to the Google Keyword Planner and then see the volume and see the competition, and then go from there. If I take an example of hosting, because I've also been web hosting guy for about.com, which was part of New York Times for 5 years from 2010 to 15. I have a lot of experience in this vertical. So if you take an example of hosting, and let's say a company like Interserver hosting review can be one of the potential keywords for which you can rank and then generate sales. Okay, you can find more keyword ideas under our keyword idea of the day section on my blog, bloggers.world. And obviously look at more YouTube videos. There's so much information out there. Please remember to see only the videos which are giving you information up to date for 2021, because you will find loads of videos which give you stale information. So what was working for me back in 2011 does not work obviously anymore. So what are the factors that I consider for choosing keywords? I look at minimum monthly volume of more than 30,000 searches. For broad niches, I usually prefer keywords which have the 0th position, the feature snippet. This DQR is nothing but the number of results that you see in double quotes when you Google keyword, let's say, Interserver hosting reviews. So the number of about results is what I call DQR. That's my own little abbreviation. If that is lower, that means the number of matches, all in title and all in URL query, pretty much gives you the same. So it's a combination of both. So lower the DQR, higher are your chances of basically ranking it, and lower the competition. Also, make sure that you choose keywords for which, if you're doing affiliate marketing, then the per sale or per conversion is high. Imagine if you do all the hard work and you're getting just $4 or $5 a sale, you're gonna get frustrated, right? So it better be something high ticket, so that, let's say a Lambo test drive, you can potentially get $100 to $200 easily, or a sale of Interserver, which can potentially give you anywhere from $120 each. So you look at potentially high CPA products or services or whatever. You can do this in a matter of 2 weeks. It doesn't need to be Google. Remember, there's a lot of traffic still on Yahoo and Bing. Yes, it can be only 1/6 or 1/7 of Google, but heck, it can be a lot of traffic to begin with, because until the time you rank on Google, sometimes people lose patience in SEO and blogging. So if you do this, there was example which I ranked in like 2 weeks time. Just a disclaimer, it had Lamborghini in the domain name. It was LamborghiniSUVprices.com. I ran it for 1 year as an experiment. I did not monetize it. I'd given a public disclaimer. And then finally I decided to discontinue it, because I didn't, obviously want, you can't run blogs like this. It's not allowed, because obviously it's a copyright infringement. So I wasn't doing it for monetary purpose. It was just a public experiment declared very openly. I had also done a public case study of this in AdWorld 2020. So, this is now no longer existent, but you can go and check it on Ahrefs or any of the tools, you will see. Another thing that you can do is rank on Google News. So if you have a blog or a website which is approved on Google News, then you can do something offbeat and rank it in one day. I did this on the Black Friday for the keyword Interserver Black Friday deals and Interserver Black Friday. So you can look at the number 2. That was one of my websites, which was ranking for almost 36 to 42 hours, and I got a bunch of sales from that, which were $100 each. Now, what's the key? Anybody can, write a blog and try to hope that they would rank, but it doesn't work that way, right? So what can you do? Obviously, you look at your competitors, create better quality content, that goes without saying. Try to have some backlinks built in instantly, but that's not the most obvious thing that's going to give you results. So what you can do is look at titles which are not so straightforward. For example, in this case, if the name of my article is Interserver Black Friday deals, Google would find at least 1,000 articles with the same title on Black Friday, right? Every goddamn blog out there is promoting the big companies like GoDaddy, HostGator, Interserver, and so on. And these are the most obvious keywords. So what I did was I kept the title a little offbeat, and it was called Start Your Movie Review Portal in 2021 instead of Interserver BFCM deals, right? And it did the job. So usually Google will pick sometimes these offbeat titles, but of course you should have your keyword in the first 30 words of the meta title and meta description. Sorry, in the meta description. Okay, so what's still working for me in 2021? It's always about low competition keywords. Some of the people say the health niche is very competitive, you can't rank anymore. Well, you know what? I tell them every single week we come up with new keywords. Of course, it's not just me. I have got a team of 100 plus people. So these people, they find good keywords, we write good content. Obviously, there's a lot of hard work to set up good looking blogs and then building backlinks. But hey, even if you are a one-man army, as a single aspiring blogger or an affiliate marketer who wants to try his hands at blogging, you can very well do it. Okay, so these are certain checklists I've listed out for you. These are certain points in my checklist. Then SEO traffic can also work like a charm on e-commerce stores. So we had one of our Ecom stores called Shopping Corner, which did about $1.5 to $2 million in total, but we never had too much of focus on SEO. We just did it and left it. And you know what? One fine day when we were not running ads anymore for a specific product, I was seeing sales, and I was like, where the hell are these sales coming from? Because obviously I'm not running ads, and when you don't run ads for an e-commerce store, it must be a miracle that you're getting sales, right? Or your emails. I mean, none of that was happening. So I was very surprised. And then I saw that we were actually ranking for keywords like best laptop backpack India, best mosquito trapper, best tactical pants, and so on. And then that was getting few extra sales for us. And even if you get one single sale of $35, $1,000 a month of free sales, hey, who loves free money? Everybody, right? And also, you can potentially keep reaping these rewards for next 2 to 8 months, because the organic rankings don't go very quickly unless it's a super high competition keyword. So once again, it's all about finding low competition keywords and then ranking them, and then obviously you can also flip them. So like I said, I'm in talks to flip one of them, mid 6 figures. The website is currently generating me around 12 grand a month, and it's a 7-year-old site. If you have an offer to throw, feel free. Just kidding. Okay, so now coming to the Indian e-commerce segment. It is 90% cash on delivery. Okay, yeah, it can scare some of you, but there are many good things about the Indian e-commerce market, and then there are certain downsides as well. There is crazy ROAS of 10 to 12x to the minimum. We have campaigns running right now which are giving like 36, 37x. I know it sounds insane, man. Yes, it is. And on an average in your global dropshipping campaigns, you must have been seeing numbers like 3x, 4x ROAS, and you must be like, whoa, that's my campaign is doing extremely well, right? But in case of India, you would really go nuts looking at the ROAS, because they can go up to like even 50, 55. It's a $1 trillion US retail market size, and obviously 400 million plus Facebook buyers, potential buyers, and the CPPs can be very, very low, whereas the CPPs for your global stores would obviously in range of $10 to $25, where here you can get in few cents, okay, not even a dollar. And I'm not kidding it. Obviously, the global dropshipping markets are getting saturated, let's be honest. Everybody wants to lead the laptop lifestyle and chill on a beach and sip beers and launch their next dropshipping store, which potentially they hope would do $1 million, but doesn't happen. Even my 80-year-old neighbor is trying to launch her ecom store, and that's about time you realize that it's too saturated. Okay, so fun facts: it's 85% cash on delivery, 400 plus potential buyers. Every year, the user base keeps growing year after year by 10%, which is size of a country like Canada or Germany or Australia. Right? It's crazy. Cost per purchase can be as low as $1 to $2 or maximum $3 for a ticket size of 30 to $40. And ROAS can be insane, like I said. And here are some examples. You probably might want to zoom in, and these are showing examples of $2 to $3 sales. All right, so how does the Indian life cycle work? You basically have to pick a product, literally just clone your store from a global store to the Indian store. How do you do that? You just change the currency to Indian rupees, put in a bunch of Indian names in testimonials, just put, port over all your global winners in terms of products, set cash on delivery as your payment method, and you're ready to roll. That's it, nothing else that you need to do. How it works is you would be super happy with the sales and you would be like, okay, well, I'm going to smash $1 million or $2 million. Yes, you can do that, but the problem is the delivery. Okay, so the success ratio is not 95%. It's unfortunately 50%. But don't worry, you can still make money. So what you gotta do is analyze delivery and success ratio. You'll have to bulk import from China. You can also dropship from China. There are some services, but then if you want to do it at scale, it's better that you bulk import. One of my good friends runs WeFulfill, which does this in a model where you can dropship one by one. And we have a company called Dots, which helps you bulk import and run it in India. So you can do it either ways. It's totally up to you. Because if you don't have a partner, it's going to be hell for you to deal with Indian taxes and pickups and cash collection and packaging and warehousing. It's a nightmare. Trust me, you don't want to go there. And a call center can always bump up your delivery rates by 5 to 10%. Where we can help is obviously enabling global media buyers enter Indian markets without any hassles. So you don't have to register a company, no nonsense. Just run Facebook ads. We do everything else. You can connect offline with me if you need any help in this regard. But moving on, also the kind of money, some people think that, there's not enough potential to make a few $1 million in India. So this is one of my AdSense panels. I used to do 6 figures a month back in May 2011. I got banned by Google AdSense, and then I had to shift over to affiliate, where I started clocking 6 figures. And then in 17, I came to the e-commerce industry. Yeah, that's one of my affiliate panels, which had almost 400K, and I had few such panels. Shopping Corner was one of our first $1 million COD stores in India. As you can see, there is that mark of close to 700K, which was in 4 months, and then eventually we did more than $1.5 million. But there was a lot of learning from the store. And so basically, to recap it, there is huge potential in Indian markets. You can do it through blogging, SEO. You can do it through affiliate marketing. If you want to get started, sign up on WeCommission, which is one of the biggest Indian companies. Indian e-commerce, you can contact Dots, my company. Also, like WeFulfill, if you want to orders and dropship one by one. Also, if you want to learn Indian affiliate marketing, sign up on stmdusra.com and keep networking, keep growing your network, because it's very, very useful when you are in connect with the right sort of people at the right time. One single deal can potentially at times change your life, and have had great partnerships, great collaborations by attending such conferences. And I always travel the world. Unfortunately, due to pandemic, I've been sitting at home for last 1 year, like literally itching. I really wanted to be at Marbella to meet all of you in person and do this, on the stage, but here I am, and I will be here to take any questions that you may have. So feel free to shoot your questions and I'll do my best to answer them. These are my social media handles. I am Om Thoke, OMTHOKE, everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe to that and see updates on that. omtoke.com is my blog. Bloggers.world is our blogging network. Infosys is my tech and affiliate digital marketing company. And STM Dusra is our Indian sibling of the STM Forum, where you can learn about affiliate marketing. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for watching this, and thanks TES for giving me this opportunity. I'm here to take any questions for you guys.
Thank you so much. What a fantastic presentation. I was writing down some of the statistics and tips that you made. One thing that you said was the Indian user base is growing at 10% year on year, which is bigger than some big mainstream markets like Canada. Is it just growing across the board, or are you seeing certain areas that are growing really quickly?
Well, that was specifically for the e-commerce, but statistically speaking, if you look at 10% of India, that's almost the size of some of those countries I mentioned, correct? Because we have 1.4 billion people, and from out of 400 million, imagine another 40 million popping up next year, right? So these 40 million are potential buyers for your e-com products, for your affiliate campaigns, for your blogs and everything. Basically, 40 to 45 million new internet users who have got access to money.
That's incredible. Just trying to get my head around that. So when you're dealing with, I guess, particularly companies from outside of India who want to enter the market, you talked about tax, warehousing, logistics being an issue. What are kind of the top 3 mistakes that people make time and time again?
Usually I hear people trying to set up in India, and it takes them incredibly large amount of time, at least 3 to 4 months to begin with. So the biggest mistake I've seen people do is buy in bulk, let's say $100,000 or $200,000 worth of inventory, and then they keep struggling to set up a company, and then by the time they launch their product, it's already outdated. That can be a big disaster. Number 2 is they come unprepared and they start selling. They have no idea about customer support, because the audience in India behaves quite differently from, let's say, in Madrid or let's say in Rome. So obviously you'll have to understand how to respond to those. And if you piss them off, then you'll start getting flurry of refund requests. Despite being an Indian, when we did our first Indian store, we had like literally a stream of refund requests. And then we realized that these guys wanted to see products on WhatsApp, so then we started recording videos, starting sending them, hey, look, this is not a scam. It's a legit product. This is how it looks like. This is the video, and so on. So, understanding the Indian sentiment is again something that is not easy to begin with, but then once you get a hang of the market, then things would come into place eventually. I think number 3, I guess in terms of media buying, it's not that difficult, but still when people see these crazy low CPAs, they get excited that, imagine, right? You're running a global ad where you're getting a sale for $12 or $15. You start running it in India and you're getting it for 80 cents. I kid you not, right? So you feel that, oh my goodness, I'm gonna clock $1 million, and you can do that. But at the end of the day, it's the money in and money out that counts. So if you're not getting enough profitability, that can be a disaster. So you have to analyze your delivery rates and stuff, and ensure that the campaign is profitable and not get swayed away by the mere thought of 80-cent sales.
And just moving on to your company and the services you offer, are you set up to help, some of the viewers watching here thinking India sounds like a fantastic opportunity. Do you offer that full service, or are you just focused on the media buying and certain other areas?
No. So it's the exact opposite. So you do media buying. You just run ads sitting on the beautiful beach, and we do everything else for you. So yeah, our company handles pretty much everything except running the ads, because that's the easiest part for most of the media buyers I see. So yeah, all that you have to do, like I showed in my presentation, is start running a bunch of ads of what is already working for you. So let's say if you have a global store which is working well in Spain. Of course, Spain does have a lot of dominance in terms of the Spanish um, uh, culture and stuff. But let's look at mainstream markets like Australia, or let's say UK, Canada, US, any of the English-speaking countries. Then you can pretty much port over. So also most of the buyers who spend more than $30 in India speak English fluently. So that's also not a problem. You don't have to literally translate anything. In many of the markets, you would have the problem with Google Translate. It can be a disaster, right? Because if you just copy paste some random testimonial from internet, it's gonna sound really weird in Spanish or Hindi or any of the other dialects. So you don't have to even struggle with that.
I think that's really interesting as an outsider. That if you're going to buy a product, if you're able to buy a product that's more than $30, you probably speak English. That's a really interesting insight because I've seen the translation issues. I mean, even with live streaming, when we've used artificial intelligence-based translation, you get some very strange, borderline offensive at times, and you're kind of like, well, I need to turn this off. Are there? I'm quite interested in the cultural differences. So, are there any regional differences? There must be within India. You must be seeing different things happening in different parts of India.
Oh yeah, that's another beauty about the country, right? There are so many languages, so many different behaviors. So, for example, I'm in Bangalore, which is the tech hub, the southern part of India. So here, people don't speak Hindi that much, which is predominantly spoken in the northern part of India. And then you go to other places. There are, of course, there are cultural differences. There are language differences. There are different behaviors in terms of shopping. So people in Bangalore, Delhi, and also those who are listening might want to take notes. These are the top 10 cities for which you might want to test first. So there's Bangalore, there's Mumbai, there's Delhi, there's Pune, there's Ahmedabad, and then there's Hyderabad, Chennai, Kolkata. And these are the major ones where you might want to test media buying. This is where you get majority of the good sales.
Well, it's been fascinating to talk to you. That's all we've got time for. Do you want to just tell us again how we get hold of you? I know you put your details on that slide. Are you on the Brella platform? Can people connect to you that way, or is it easier on Twitter or LinkedIn?
I guess LinkedIn or Instagram is the best. So Instagram /OmThoke. I am OMTHOKE, OmThoke everywhere. Also, I put my email ID there. So om@webcourses.asia. You can reach out to me over email or just fill up a form on my blog, omthoke.com, or wherever you guys want.
Fascinating. Well, I'm going to basically take away some of these tips because actually this live stream is being vision mixed from Bangalore by one of our team, Rohit, who's in India. So we're always happy to learn more about the Indian market. But thank you very much. We'll be back at the top of the hour, so in about 25 minutes, with the next session on Stream 1.
All right. Thanks, Ralph.
day one, Crack Revenue's tagline has been, "Follow the whale." 10 years later, it's truer than ever. Unlike most CPA networks, we test all of our top offers using our designers, media buyers, and analysts to make sure the funnel is working and that the offer is more than profitable. Then we share the recipe with our affiliates. Simply put, Crack Revenue is made for affiliates by affiliates. It's the whole idea behind Follow the Whale. That way, everybody wins.